So this is interesting because we're now hearing about this today or in the last like 24 hours, but this has been something that's actually been out there for a little bit, but we just didn't know what it meant. So in October, people realized that there was listings for new Venom and Carnage costumes for Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. But there was no accompanying images for the merchandise. And at the end of October, right now into early November, worldwide, Amazon and Party City updated those, and the Venom 2 marketing is as evident as hell on it, but it is distributed by Marvel, and Venom now has this Spider-Man logo. And I did some digging, and I talked to some people in some of the distribution circles I know, and they 100% told me this was a Marvel Disney product with Sony being part of the approval process for this Venom merchandise. So it is official that Venom is going to have that white logo. That's the confusing part, because Marvel Studios branding is not technically Marvel Studios branding, because they don't have a distribution. It all goes through the core Marvel.
Okay, yeah.
So
I was going to say, is this going to be kind of like a Marvel Legends situation where you have Marvel Studios, whatever the hell the figure is, but in that same line you have Marvel, whatever the hell that figure is, and it's completely unrelated to the movie, it's just from the comics?
Right, and the only takeaway part that people are, looking at, which is the evident one, is like, so it lists that it is Venom 2 products, which are confirmed, they're separate, and it's an updated Venom suit, because like they had it for the original movie, and it didn't have the spider logo.
Yeah,
now
it's clearly the movie version because it's got all the white lines on it.
Exactly. So this is making people question what we heard before, was that as part of that new deal negotiation that happened between Sony and it looks like Venom and Morbius and all that, Kevin Feige's somehow involved now, that this is part of that merchandising push. And it would kind of make, like, it does make sense because, Venom and Carnage merch sells. And
100%, yeah.
This literally hit the, I guess, sales floor when it came to this year, day and date with when Venom 2 would have hit theaters. So if like you connect the dots, you start to see this picture, you're like, is this, like, are they gonna make this part of the MCU? I mean, technically it's gonna have to be, because the whole Morbius connection now, in some way, shape, or form.
I think at some point, yeah, it more than likely is gonna happen. For this specific one right now, I just get Iron Man 3 Lego set vibes.
That's sort of where I'm in the middle of the two. I'm like, yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised if it does happen, because there's multiple ways you can do that. You haven't even got to have Tom Holland in the movie for that to happen. You can be like, oh, cool, Spider-Man, White Spider.
Exactly.
Like, you just do a vision and he copies it and makes it his own sort of a thing. But at the same time, it's like Mandarin in a missile car.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm sort of right there in the middle, because we know Sony is adding Tom Holland to the Venom franchise. They've literally stated that. Like, that meetup is happening. The director has teased it. Sony said it. Feige's hinted towards this giant crossover thing. There is a working relationship now between the companies. So I think it's set up. There were rumors that Tom Holland was in LA for the time that they were shooting those Venom 2 scenes. He was there, as was seen on his...
he was, yeah.
So it's like, are they going to do something with that? Maybe, maybe not. Who really knows? It's just interesting that this hit and that the images were not uploaded till like a month after. It's some questionable things here. Like, we know how it's going to go down the road. We know this crossover is happening. I'm just going to be interested to see what happens next, because typically Marvel does not produce non-MCU content, and you've seen that with like the Marvel Legends figures. Only now are we getting the Fox X-Men figures. It's been 20 years since X-Men 1. They're like, we ain't producing that garbage.
and even then, the ones you're getting now are the only ones you're going to get.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're going to be like, we're making a quick buck from this. We are moving on to make our own.
Uh-huh. It's a quick, cash grab, if you will.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Venom... Yeah, I mean, if these are legit Carnage looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It just looks like Carnage, and well done, you actually did it.
Yep.
Venom, I can't see that Venom with that spider on.
So, the thing is, I like the look of Venom in the movie, but it was missing that white chest piece to make it pop.
I like it and I don't. Like, yes, it's really close to Venom.
Yep.
You couldn't really do much else to like change it. But like what McFarlane said when it came out, it's not the mouth's a bit wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's too downward. It needs to go up a little bit. Get that like proper Chelsea smile going on. And I don't know. There's something about this Venom that I can't see that white spider on. Maybe it's because we've seen it without it already. It's just like that's just how this Venom looks. It was going to look weird with it on because you're making a change. But it's just like I don't know. Maybe when I see it, I'll have a different tune. But right now, just trying to like look at an image of Venom with trying to match the chest on it, can't really see.
I mean,
how it.
I do know that they did slightly update the model for Venom. Like,
I should hope so.
I know that, like, they did some redesigns to it. It's still going to remain sort of how it is, but you're going to be able to look at a couple pieces and be like, okay, there's a couple changes here, which I do like, and I'm excited for that. I just want to see what it looks like. So,
yeah.
And hopefully the white logo does make it in, because that's definitely going to offset the weirdness on the chest, which just looks like, it's
I'd say something's definitely missing on the Venom we have.
Yep.
But yeah, again, my brain can't see it with that spider. And people are going to be like, "What do you mean you can't see it? It's just Venom." Like, I know, but it's not. Not a comics Venom. It's a different one, and it looks different. No, it's not all flat black. It's got white cum lines all over it.
Yeah, it does. Well, I guess we'll see